Hello everyone, my name is Jacinta from Tonic. Welcome to another Pilates class with me. Today's class is a beginner Pilates class, full body. So you're just going to need your mat and your bodies. We're going to just move through at a slower pace today, hopefully learning some new skills along the way, but we're going to feel a little bit challenged. There'll be peaks of challenges there, that's for sure. We're going to move our body in lots of different directions. So let's begin first with a nice, slow, gentle stretch through your neck and then some mobility exercises. So you're going to come cross-legged. You can sit on a cushion if you need to. You're just going to place your right hand underneath that right glute, taking the left hand to your right ear, slowly tipping that head towards your shoulder, the left shoulder, and finding that stretch from your ear all the way to the tip of your right shoulder blade. Breathing in. And then exhale, maybe press just a little fraction more. Nice and gentle. A little bit of overpressure, not too much. So just sit nice and tall. Start to breathe in through the nose, out through pursed lips. Last breath in. And out. Slowly release that stretch. Changing sides, so left hand underneath the glute, right hand wraps over. We're going to tilt that ear towards your shoulder, feeling that stretch down from the left side now. Breathing into it, so breathing in, rib cage expands in through the nose and then out through pursed lips, melting the ribs down towards the hips. So we're going to flow through our breath through all of the exercises today. Last breath in. And out. Moving into our 4-point now, so hands come underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're going to round through your tummy, round through your back, and lift up into a nice flexed spine position. Good, and reverse. Inhale, dropping the chest, eye gaze looking forward, and exhale, curling up. Taking your eye gaze at your knees or your belly button as we really shift that weight up towards the ceiling. And then reverse in the opposite direction. Opening up through the chest. Finding a nice stretch through the spine. Again, exhale, curl it up. And release. Arching the back one last time. Finding your neutral spine now in between those two movements. You can take a couple of baby ones to find it. Right in the middle, neutral spine. All right, make sure you're nice and aligned with the hands underneath the shoulders. From here, we're flexing the right heel, keeping the hips nice and still. Hover your right knee off the mat and kick your heel up towards the sky, keeping a flexed knee. Return the knee back underneath you and go again. Exhale, kick up. Inhale, swing it back down. So we're going to try and keep everything really still here in that neutral spine. We're using our abs as well. So as we breathe out, wrap your abs in and drive your heel up. Slowly, slowly drop the foot back down. So we're going to contract the glutes at the top. Inhale, back down. Beautiful. So anytime we're in a 4-point now, we're going to spread those fingertips wide. We're going to try and puff your chest up. You could imagine there is a candle and the flame is right underneath your chest. And we're trying to lift that chest slightly away from the flame. So keep moving. And if you want a little bit more, you can add a pulse in that top range before we lower down. So exhale, kick and pulse. Inhale down. 20 more seconds like this. Having a nice sunbake there, Parko. You feel good? You good boy? Last 5. Hold your heel up high in 3, in 2, and hold the next one up. Extending that right leg long. Hold it there. Can we reach that left arm long as well? Good. From here, bring your knee towards your elbow and round your spine, and then lengthen everything back out. So we're crunching in through the middle and we're lengthening from your fingertips to your opposite toes. Crunch it in and lengthen. Good. Keep your hips steady. Use that right arm to push down into your mat. Bring it in and reach. So good. Go for 10 more seconds. You're nearly there. Lengthen, lengthen, as if someone's pulling on your hand, someone's pulling on your leg. Good. Last 4. Reach 3. Tap. Reach 1 and release. Well done. All right, coming down onto your left elbow now, ready for a side plank. Stacking your knees together, feet together. I'm gonna reach up through that right arm, finding a side plank. So use your exhale to lift your hips and find a straight line from your head all the way to your knees. Okay, hold this stretch here. Sorry, exercise. Moving into a stretch. We're gonna thread the right arm under and reach it up towards the sky. Inhale breath as you wrap through. And exhale as we lift it up towards the sky. So every time you thread through, you can drop your ribs down towards the floor a little, twist it. And then as you reach your arm up, lift your rib cage up as well. Beautiful, keep going. Feeling those ribs pull back so they're really drawing down towards your hips here. Bring it through. Only 10 seconds left, you're doing so good. Bring it under and through. Let's hold that side plank in 3, 2. Hold your arm up towards the sky and just hold for another 8. Breathing, 7. Push down into your forearm. Make sure your elbow's stacked underneath that shoulder for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, lay all the way down. Quick little stretch here. Bring your hands to stack on top of each other and your hips are still stacked. From here, circling that right arm all the way along the floor or towards the floor, whatever your range is. And we're just finding a stretch through the pecs and the upper back, circling and bring it forward. This feels so delicious. So you've got one more. All the way around. Well done. Use that right hand to push yourself up onto the floor, up off the floor. That was a tongue twister, not really. And then we're gonna extend those legs nice and long to the width of your mat. And I want you to sit tall. If you need a cushion underneath you, if you've got tight hamstrings, you could sit on a cushion to kind of help you out there. Otherwise, you're just gonna sit up here, flex your feet back towards your face. Now, from here, we're gonna reach your arms out to the side. Coming into our saw, let's twist our body towards the left leg. Reaching the right hand to the outside, left foot, leaning into it, and then return, stack upright, back to center. So twist, reach for the other foot, sit back up tall, twist back through the center. Inhale, twist, exhale, lead it through, and inhale, restack and twist. Twist. So keep thinking of lifting up out of your hips so you're like a puppet getting pulled nice and tall, and then we're allowed to curl and round our spine as we really reach. If you're reaching here and you're finding a stretch, please do so. We want to try and keep the legs as straight as possible, and you just work within your limits. So rotating and reaching and twist. So push your knees down into the floor. Your legs are nice and heavy. We can add a little pulse here now. So as we twist and reach, hold, pulse, pulse. Inhale, restack and twist. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale, twist, exhale, exhale. Inhale, stand up and twist. Keep going. Maybe you're finding you can reach a little bit further now. Good. And reach. Good, 10 more seconds. This helps to release some back pain as well, because we're stretching out our hamstrings, which if they're tight, they're pulling on your lower back. Things can get a little bit niggly. So really try and lean into it when it feels a little bit uncomfortable. Know that maybe that's why we need to do it, to feel a little bit better. So last one on each side. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Well done. Bend your knees, hold onto the backs of your knees, round your spine, pull all those abs in, and then just have a little reset. Sit up nice and tall, extending the back. So exhale, round, inhale, grow tall, flexing the spine, and lengthening the spine. One more here. And let's go into our side plank on the second side. So we need to stack that right elbow underneath the shoulder, stacking your knees together, and then when you're ready, lifting up, reaching your left arm up towards the sky here. We're squeezing the glutes, so we've got the hips tucked under, so we've got that straight line from your head to your knees. Once you have that, threading the arm under and up. Inhale, thread through. And up. Allow for your chest to swivel. So take your eyes following that hand, rotating, and then lifting up. Take it through and up. Last 5, we've got that hold in 3, 2, hold your next one up here for 8 seconds, squeezing everything, reaching for the sky, hold it here, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, well done. All right, coming into that 4-point kneel here now, we'll go into the other side. So moving into a little disco cat, rounding through the spine, just releasing any tension that you might have got through that side plank, which is a strong exercise, but really good for us. Okay, ready for the other side. Finding neutral spine, flexing your left foot back now, and drive your heel back up. So exhale, try and stamp the roof, and swing it back underneath you. Imagining you've got torches on your hip bones, and the light is shining straight down to the floor. So we keep that pelvis in neutral. We're not arching our back, we're zipping up through the core, ribs are connected to your hips. And let's continue here. Spreading the fingertips wide. Getting into that left booty. Breathe out. Add your pulse at the top, pulse, pulse. Swing it back down. Pulse, pulse. Bring it back down. Should feel that hamstring as well. So we're shortening it. We're drawing your toes back. And we feel that work in the back of your leg for another 10 seconds. Then we add that reach. All right, we ready? In 5, pulse, pulse, bring it down, 3, pulse, pulse, 2, hold on the next 1, extending the left leg nice and long, and then from here, reach your right arm forwards, hold it there, really reaching and lengthening, and then bring your elbow towards your knee, round your spine, curl it in, crunch, that was my knee, and reach. So bring it in, and lengthen. Again, imagining someone's pulling on your arm and someone else is pulling on your leg. Reach and stretch. Good, and lengthen. Keep going. Pressing down into that left supportive arm. You want to stay strong through there. Eye gaze down at the mat. And reach. 8 more seconds. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work, guys. From here, press into a down dog. Lift your hips up, stretching into the back of the legs, flushing your legs out, bending into one knee, and let one heel drop down towards the floor. Pedaling the feet out, flushing the legs, and then press both heels down towards your mat. Start to walk your hands towards your feet. Nice and heavy, dangling at the bottom. Restacking your spine one vertebrae at a time to come all the way back up. Ready for our squats. Moving your feet a little bit wider than your hips here now. And then imagining there's a chair behind you. We're going to bend at your hips and knees. Swing your arms forward. Imagining you're trying to sit on that chair. And then stand all the way back up. So inhale, tap the hips down and up. Tapping them down on the imaginary chair. Okay, so we're hinging at the hips, breaking at the hips, bending. Make sure your knees are pointing slightly outwards on this one. So drive them out a little, squeeze into the side glutes, and start to really be energetic with those arms. So we're connecting into the back. Straight, strong arms. Beautiful. Can we add a pulse at the bottom here now? Pulse, pulse, and stand. Good, keep going. Pulse, pulse, and stand. Good, if your range is here and you're just finding that is enough for you today, that's okay. You're going to stay there. If not, you're gonna try and sink as low as you can now. Really squeezing through the back of your legs to rise yourself back up. So push down into your feet to rise back up. Good, last 5, 4. Press up, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way up. Moving into our scooter now. We're gonna step your right foot back, breaking at your hips so you're hinged, bend into your right knee. Okay, from here we've got running arms. One arm goes back, one arm is forward. We're gonna change the arms, tap the foot in. So lengthen the leg and bend it back in. I thought I was gonna tip over then. Doing it in slow-mo is actually more challenging. That's why in Pilates I always say slow the movement down. The slower we go, often the harder it is. So working on our balance here, but also strengthening through the hips. Great one if you're a runner as well. All right, should be starting to feel that left quad as well. Step it back and in. Good, running arms, stay low just for another 10 seconds, you've got it. Tap, bring it in, 8. 5, 4, 3, tap 2, and 1. Stand all the way back up. This time we're going to turn our toes out for a wider stance squat. So step your feet a little wider, bring your hands behind your head, drop into our squat. It's a plie squat, so we want our hips tucked under as if you're sliding down an imaginary wall. And then from here, release that right arm, taking a side bend over to the right side, back through the center. Left arm, tipping over. So continue here, we're gonna try and stay down. If you need a breather, stand up and then squat back down. Reach back through to center, only 15 seconds. Weights equal into both legs. Dig your heels into the floor. Enjoy that little side bend. Good, reach for the floor. Reach for the floor. Just got that scooter to go in a stretch. Nearly there. Last 3. Over, 2, and 1. Rise all the way back up. And then we've got our running arms and our scooter on the other side. Step your left foot back. Hinge at your hips. Bring it in. Step it back. Good. So weights into that front leg. You're nice and light through our moving left leg. Keep your hips and shoulders square to the front of that mat. Stay bent through your right knee. So good. You're gonna feel that heart rate rise a little bit. This is our last bit of work. We get some stretches after this. Well deserved. Run and run, nice and slow. slow-mo run for 8. Tap 4. Tap 3. And 2. And 1. Rise all the way back up. Well done. From here, come down onto your belly here, nice and slowly. Gonna come into a quad stretch. So bring your left hand underneath your forehead and bring your right heel towards your bottom, holding onto your heel or your foot. And you're gonna push your hips in towards the mat. Push your hips down, stretching that heel towards your bottom, fighting that stretch through your quad. And breathing into it, really relax. Good. Keep stretching. See if you can hover your knee off the floor and reach it long towards your other foot. So creating length through the front of your quad. And slowly release. Other side. Left foot comes in towards your bottom, press your hips in towards the floor. Stretch it out. Breathe into it. Last little bit. Release the leg. Hands underneath your shoulders. Push yourself back up into a child's pose. Send your knees wide to the width of your mat. Reaching your arms forward. Melting your forehead down into the mat. Big breath in and out. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Last breath in. On your exhale, come to seated. So just roll your spine up, head stacked over your hips. Move yourself into the middle of your mat, crossing your legs over here, reaching your arms up and holding onto your left wrist as we take a side reach over to the right side. So really press your left hip down into the floor, don't let it lift. And reaching that arm away from you, finding that length through the side of your body. We work that in our side plank. So give it some love right here for 8. Really pull and reach. And other side, holding onto your right wrist, taking that side lean over. Beautiful. So we get that stretch from your right fingertips to your right hip bone. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back through the center. Interlace those hands. Press them up towards the sky, as high up as you can. Stretch the fingers and then opening the arms, circle them to the side of your body, rolling your shoulders out. And that completes your beginner full body Pilates workout. I hope that your body feels really amazing after all those stretches with a little bit of hard, challenging work in there. Well done. Make sure that you're subscribed if you are new to my channel so that this can support me and I can keep on giving these workouts to you. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it. You can share this workout with a friend or family member to help support me as well. Leave your comments below. I always love to hear how you're feeling in your bodies or what your most challenging point of that workout was, and I'll respond to you down there. So my name is Jacinta from Tonic, and I will see you back here for our next workout together really soon.